Hi Aquarius, welcome back. Aquarius, this is going to be your June spiritual reading, and we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. When I was meditating on the collective Aquarian energy, I got a sense of feeling connected. Now, some of you, this is a sense of feeling connected with a specific person that you might be in a relationship with, or that you might be attracted to you or attracting to you during this time frame, as I just noticed that the card of relationships came out. But for others of you, I feel this is being connected with your source. You know, feeling connected to your intuition, to the universe, to your guides if you're an intuitive Aquarius. It's just feeling a sense of connection, okay? Also, some of you noticing the connection between what's going on in your psyche and what's going on in your external reality, and how it's connecting to what your expectations are, what your beliefs are, the way that you're speaking, the way that you're thinking. And I got this in the Sunday live that I did for Aquarius as well, this almost psychic type of energy, which Aquarian energy is represented as futuristic energy, the future seer, right? So that's not so surprising that a lot of Aquariuses are feeling that, but it doesn't have to be to that degree. It just could be, you know, talking about something and then seeing it, you know, thinking about a song and then hearing it, you know, synchronicities lining up, numbers, songs, messages, things like that, that are just helping you to connect the dots that your thoughts are powerful, and to pay attention to your thoughts, especially if you're seeing ones like 1111, 111, 711, etc. That's usually a significant sign to pay attention to what you're thinking right in that moment. Are you thinking a satisfactory thought or a worrisome thought? And depending on which one, you have the power to change it right then and there. So it's all a matter of focus, I feel, Aquarius, but I do feel a heavy sense of feeling connected, okay? And I feel it's more to your intuitive self. But like I said, some of you, this is feeling more connected to people, noticing that the ebb and flow in your relationships are much better, you know, easily being able to identify with how someone is feeling and connect with them, maybe give them the words that they needed to hear, or that pat on the back when they needed it, you know, being there, right place, right time type of thing, to where you're easily connecting your value to a relationship, okay, or the value that you bring to relationships or a specific relationship. So that's kind of the energy that I was feeling for my Aquarians. And like I said, I already got a card out, and it's the 7th house of relating. This is about, like I said, relationships, partners, compassion, friendships, all of that being highlighted during this time frame. It's about finding justice and balance within relationships, karma being balanced within relationships, wanting to connect with other people or reconnect with people, okay? Or people maybe wanting to do that with you. But I just get a sense of that connection vibe, you know? So I'm going to get a few more guidance cards out, and then we are going to go into the headspace and where your head is at. Then we're going to look at your emotional space and where your heart is at, and then the spiritual picture. So you have the Ace of Cups. So definitely love. Okay, love. Must be love on the brain. Okay, so that was Rihanna. But this is the Ace of Cups showing up next to the relationship card. A sense of connection, a sense of loving oneself, a sense of, because you're loving yourself, it's easy for you to love others. A sense of feeling connected with all there is, the collective. You know, it's a really beautiful energy. Your Law of Attraction card says, by visualizing my desired outcome, the perfect action is always inspired. as you desire to feel good, as your desire to feel good leads you to thoughts that feel good, the perfect action will be inspired from that alignment. And that inspired action is always joyful. So this is kind of saying, Aquarius, to prioritize feeling good above all else during this time frame. Because when you're feeling good, you attract good. And when you're feeling connected, you attract connections that are for your highest good. You easily connect the dots. Things work out for you. So prioritizing feeling good with who you are, with where you're at, is going to be really, really important during this time frame. So I am going to get a guidance card out, but I'm going to wait to the end to read it to see how it intermingles with the reading. And let's get into it. So Aquarius's headspace. Where is Aquarius's headspace at? You've got the Eight of Pentacles here. Really? Okay. Ace of Coins. I saw one flip. Wow, the Ten of Cups. Holy cow. And then you had two fly out over here. The Death card and the King of Swords. So, Aquarius, this is a hyper-vigilant focus on your goals. Some of you have been extremely goal-oriented since 2020. You know, putting things into place in your life that can bring you stability, finances, something to be inspired towards. I feel like Aquarians are really expanding in the energy. And it's really interesting, right, to watch that happen as we are in the age of Aquarius, to see all of my fellow Aquarians growing and developing when it comes to like what they do for a living or the goals that they had or within finances, because I've noticed a lot of my fellow Aquarian friends are also getting a lot of expansion. So a lot of you, that's kind of where your focus has been on growing your skills, getting better at what you do, keeping your nose to the grindstone, and it's paying off. There's a payoff here. If it's not related to career, then this is dedicating time to re-examining yourself and really looking at what parts of yourself do you want to cultivate versus what parts of yourself no longer serve you. Because there is some old attitudes and behaviors and beliefs that you have that used to serve you, Aquarius, but now you're on a new level in your life spiritually, and so those no longer are necessary or needed. And so refining how you react to others, what you expect from others, and like connecting the dots as to how you've held yourself back in the past from like reactionary responses or allowing others to trigger you, and trying to soothe that energy and not bring it forth with you into the next chapter is what I'm feeling. You've got definitely love on the brain, okay? And I'm not just talking about love for a specific person or like falling in love, although some of you may be. I'm seeing this more as like loving life, like loving your surroundings, loving all of the family and the friends or the people that you have in your life, loving who you are, getting a sense of satisfaction out of life that you've maybe had to work really hard towards in the past, but now comes pretty easily to you, okay? Or will be coming pretty easily to you. It's because you made some some big changes in the way that you perceive life, in the way that you perceive self. So perception has the ability to change over time. And a lot of you have like dropped some false beliefs about self and now are coming into like a new idea of self. It's like a death and rebirth energy, okay? For a few of you, you definitely have love on the brain, and it could be one specific person that you've envisioned having like a loving dynamic or a relationship with, or somebody that's always on your mind. But I feel it's in a positive way. So if it's towards a specific person, Aquarius, I feel like you're geared towards seeing the positive of that person, or you see the potential of that. You know, you're feeling connected to everyone that is connected to you. Okay. So let's go into the emotional space then and see what's going on in the heart space. Aquarius, you've got Justice here. Ace of Swords. Ooh. Three of Cups. This is coming in the heart space. Oops. Get that card right. And the Queen of Coins. So I feel like Aquarius, this is getting balanced. Karma is being balanced out within relationships. Okay? Meaning I feel like you're getting some sort of justice during this time frame. Or it's just like feeling more balanced when it comes to love and relationships and emotions. Where it might have been tumultuous in the past, I feel like you're at ease, you're at calm. You have clarity with how you feel. And maybe that's not something you've had in the past, but I feel that, you know, you have some sort of clarity coming in the heart space, and it's helping you to feel like a little bit more, they gave me the word loosey-goosey. Take it or leave it. I mean, I don't know what that means, loosey-goosey. I think it... Let me give you a better word. You're feeling a little bit more like apt to let yourself have a little bit of fun, you know, to allow yourself to be a little bit more social, to be a little bit more of that extroverted Aquarius and a little less of that introverted Aquarius, because Aquarius is very much an extroverted introvert. And I feel like for a long period of time, my Aquarians went through an introversion stage, and now you're in an extroversion stage, or you're headed towards that. Emotionally, you feel very secure with self, with where you're at, with how you're feeling balanced, you know, your heart is lining up with your head, really feeling a lot of clarity around that. Some of you might have a reconciliation during this time frame, because I do have the Ace of Cups, the relating card, and the Three of Cups. But if that's the case, it's something you want, okay? It's something that you see the truth of, you know? It would not be like somebody you don't want to reconnect with, okay? So this would be a desired reconnection if there is a reconnection. For others of you, it's not so much about that, so much as getting your head, your heart, and your soul on the same page, which was kind of what the last you versus them Aquarian reading was about, was not quite being on the same page with your head, your heart, or your soul. So I feel you are getting on that same page, and that's what's helping you to feel more connected. Because when we don't have split energy, meaning when we're not thinking we should have done this, but we're doing this, or we're not feeling split between this and that, it's easy for us to get into alignment when it all lines up, right? And I feel like it's lining up for you. So let's see the spiritual perspective. Whoa, those all came out at once. Four of Swords, Page of Swords, Six of Coins, the Faith card, the Hangman, and the Hermit. What? I could not get any more spiritual cards than the stinking Hermit, the Hangman, and the Faith card all together. Some of you are getting in tune with what your spiritual purpose is here. You know, when you get in alignment and you follow inspired action and you listen to your intuition, your spirit, your higher self will never let you down. You know, it's always going to guide you in the right direction, and you'll see proof of it everywhere. Some of you are getting validation of that everywhere. You know, you can't even deny it. But I feel like there is the sense of connection. The Four of Swords to me is a meditation energy. Some of you may meditate, pray, or just really benefit from resting your mind, because that is what's going to help you to get connected. Because there is a slight bit of insecurity here showing up, or a little bit of skepticism showing up here, Aquarius. And I think that's just old behavior patterns that you are really growing out of, but are still kind of lingering. You know, sometimes when you might get triggered by an event or a person, and you might actually catch yourself going there, but you catch yourself before you go there, and you reel yourself back. And that alone is an accomplishment. That's soul growth right there. You know, catching yourself, wanting to lower yourself to someone else's level, or catching yourself getting triggered and then pulling back, that is a strength. That is emotional maturity at its best. But it takes practice. Because first you got to do the shadow work, which is to find out what your triggers are, to get to know yourself a little bit better, to be honest with the parts of yourself that have yet to be developed. A lot of you have done that shadow work around, I want to say 2019, 2018, maybe into 2020, but for the most part, Aquarian has already went through that piece of it. And then the second part of that is then catching yourself when those old developed patterns of behavior show up, and saying, oh, no, I know how that works out. That never works out when I'm like that, when I'm spiteful, when I'm judgy, when I'm, lowering myself. That never works out, and you know it doesn't. Instead, you're going to flip the script, and in areas of your life that you used to maybe bite back, you're actually going to give back. Oh, Aquarius. Wow, that's a huge change. In situations that you used to bite back, instead you're going to give back. But in a high vibrating way, in a generous way. And so by staying genuine and loyal to yourself and your soul's growth, and not allowing yourself to go backwards, even if it's justified. Why? Because a lot of you feel you have a higher purpose now, where maybe you didn't have that feeling in the past. And it's like going into this old sage energy, like this guy is like sitting on a mountain, Buddha, I don't know. It's like this space where you know that you are only, let me put it to you this way. Getting to this space, Aquarius, where you know that the only way someone could get your goat is if you let them. And then deciding not to let them. And not even that. Not even just deciding not to let them get your goat, but also to make the decision not to try to get theirs in return, but instead to send them love, to send them love, to send them love, to send them love anyways. Because you're connected. You're feeling connected. And you also know, Aquarius, that whatever you dish out, you'll get back. So getting into this space too of wanting to dish out what it is that you want for yourself. And not getting caught up in trying to give people hard lessons or outsmart them. It's funny, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. Not going into that space where you want to outsmart them, because we all know Aquarians are proud of their smarts, and you do like to outsmart people. But sometimes that can lead to childish behavior, and you know that doesn't really serve you. Right? And the more you try to do that, the less people respect you anyways. So the best way is to let your smarts speak for themselves, speak for itself, and to hold your own. Hold your own energy. So I feel like also there's a message here, Aquarius, about the more you give, the more you'll receive. So some of you, the more generous you become with your time, your energy, your money, your love to other people, the more you're getting it back from the universe in other ways and other avenues. And it's gaining momentum, right? Because it started as just a thought of, oh, I will do this. It started as you working on yourself, and it's developed into something that now allows you to help others work on themselves or to be of service. And the more you can give, the more you receive. Okay, and I think you're going to get a bigger perspective on that, on just how large that reach is. Okay. Yes. So let me get an Osho Zen card, and then we're going to read the guidance, and then I'm going to leave it there. All right. You have the Lovers and Understanding. So again, another card about relationships. This is all about relationships. Also, this is a mirroring energy. Seeing yourself in another will help you understand them better, Aquarius. You know, putting yourself in someone else's shoes, I think, will help you to understand yourself better as well. But again, relationships being highlighted and some understanding coming in between you and another person, or you and other people, or you and of yourself. It's all connected, isn't it? So let's read the guidance card here. It says, hello from heaven. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show how much they love you, to prove they're with you at this time. Some of you have angels and guides or past relatives that are just making their presence known, that they are with you and proud of you and loving you. Some of you, this is someone that's currently still here in the earthly realms that's been thinking of you. Maybe you're seeing signs and symbols around this person, you know, and like I said, go back to the Sunday weekly live, because that live was all about signs and symbols for Aquarius. So if that resonates, check that out as well. Either way, I am wishing you the best, and I'm loving this reading, and I'm going to leave it there. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with. I have Gemini, I have Libra, I have Scorpio, Virgo, but could be Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, if I didn't already say that. I think I've got Libra twice. Capricorn again over here. Those are the predominant zodiac signs that could be in your chart or the chart of someone you're dealing with, and or take it or leave it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, guys. It's a general reading, so don't get too caught up on that part. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I do go live there as well. So that's linked below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube. There's a lot of spammers and scammers going around right now. So if it's not linked from my YouTube channel, it's not me, guys. Okay, so please only use the links that are located in the description box or in the About section of my YouTube. Those are my legitimate Facebook and Instagram links. If you like my style, you can get it for yourself. My sister's online boutique, avasophiaco.com. Also linked down below. And the next round of You versus Them readings will be out next, so stay tuned. Either way, I'm wishing you the very best, and until next time, namaste. Bye.